What up guys, Super Metal 983 here to bring you another gig review. Now I seem to be doing quite a few of these lately. I honestly don't know why. Maybe it's just because I fancy talking about some bands that I've seen or just more content for you to enjoy. So hope you enjoy this video and stick around for the full video. I hope you like it. But yeah, we're going to be talking about a gig review I went to this past Wednesday, the 29th of November. I know this may go up a little bit later, but I'm just telling you the date. That's when I went to see it. But it was Stick to Your Guns in Manchester at the Manchester Club Academy, I believe it's called. It was part of their, I believe it's called the True View European and UK Tour 2017. They had some killer bands on this lineup. We had openers First Blood, then we had Silent Planet, and special guest Being As Notion, and then obviously Stick to Your Guns headlining. Now, this was a gig that I was really intent on going to with my girlfriend. Both of us are quite big fans of Stick to Your Guns, Being As Notion, and Silent Planet, so as soon as we see those three bands, we were pretty much sold on that lineup straight away. And then a little bit later on, they announced that First Blood was going to be joining the tour, and my girlfriend's not a massive fan of them, but she said they were alright. But me, myself, I was super stoked. I was really impressed with their last album, which I picked up at the gig, which you'll see in a little bit. And their last album before that, I checked that out quite a while back, and I was really impressed with that one, and that's what got us a little bit excited for it, you know. So, yeah, I was really excited. We got the coach down the day of the gig and came back the following day, but the gig itself was absolutely amazing. 10 out of 10 lineup, if you ask me. All four bands put down such solid performances, and we're just going to kind of go through them a little bit. This is I believe the second time me and my girlfriend's been in that Club Academy, because I believe there's 3 rooms altogether, and not too long ago we saw our last night in the 3rd room, I believe, but this was in the 2nd room, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, great sounding venue, fantastic space, just overall sound was just absolutely fantastic. So I'm always going to look forward to gigs at that particular venue in the upcoming future, because we'll end up going back there more and more over the coming years, hopefully. But yeah, we're going to start off the lineup with First Blood, and I might as well also say that I'm going to show the merch at the end of the video. But First Blood, yeah, I was really stoked to check out these guys live. I'd heard, obviously, their new album and their previous album, and their performance was really solid. In my opinion, they were kinda the odd band on the bill, because they were more like you could say a bit of a Hatebreed kind of sound with a little bit of kind of beatdowny kind of influence in there. But in my opinion, it was a great start to the gig, and they put on such a solid performance. There was quite a few people when I was looking around, like, having a good time, but there was a lot of people just looking up, and I'm just like, what are you doing? But yeah, honestly, great performance. Really enjoyed them. Very solid stuff. I aim to pick up more stuff from them in the upcoming future. But yeah, if you ever get a chance to see First Blood, make sure you do, because they were phenomenal, if you ask me. Next up on the lineup was Silent Planet. Now, Silent Planet, I'm going to be honest, they weren't really my forte here, you could say, or in my tastes at the time when I first checked them out. My girlfriend, she discovered them and was like, oh, you should check them out. And I checked out their, like, I think it was their latest album, I think it was, I could be wrong. Oh no, I think it was their second latest album, I believe it's their debut. And I listened to it and I was thought, just, it's alright, it's nothing special to me personally. But, and then she was like, oh, they've got a new album coming out as well. And when that dropped, I checked that out, and I was just like, I still wasn't really feeling it. And then one song that I eventually checked out of them, I think it was Native Blood, which is my favourite song by them. I heard that song, I was like, yeah, that's a pretty solid song. And then I went back to the album that it's from, and I was like, yeah, it's kind of clicked with us now, so I'm liking that album. And then I gave the new album a spin again, and I still wasn't truly feeling it. But yeah, their performance, moving on from the music side of things, but after seeing their performance, I was floored by them. They were so tight, so passionate, and just so powerful on stage. I really, really enjoyed their performance. It kind of reminded us, the atmospheres kind of reminded us a bit of like later era Northlane, like Nord and I think it's Mesmer, their latest album. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Mesmer. Yeah, but kind of remind us of that kind of vibe. But I really, really enjoyed it, and the passion and the words coming out of the vocalist, I think his name's Garrett, is just speaking in so much passion. I was just like, wow, that is a man on a mission, basically, you know. So yeah, very enjoyable performance. Really enjoyed them. Quite atmospheric at some points, but yeah, if you ever get a chance to see Silent Planet and you want to see some truly good top of the line musicianship, definitely check out Silent Planet. I picked up 2 of their CDs, both albums, but we'll get to that at the end of the video. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the band that I was most looking forward to of the night was Being as an Ocean. Yes, Stick to Your Guns I like a bit more, but Being as an Ocean, I've heard more good things about them live, and personally I'd already seen Stick to Your Guns with Architects and Bury Tomorrow. I believe that was my first time seeing them. I could be wrong on that, but anyway. But yeah, Being as an Ocean, my fucking god, they were absolutely fucking tremendous. They were easily bar none the best band of the night. The vocalist is such a passionate singer, so powerful, and just wow, energetic as fuck, really friendly, and just absolute madman. He was in the crowd about 4 or 5 times throughout the entire set, up on the barrier about 20 times, and just off the stage, just wandering next to all the security, just wandering up and down. Now he was barely on fucking stage, but my god, the musicianship and the atmosphere of their performance was just astounding. Like, honestly, they were one of the best bands I've seen this year. One of the best performances I think I've ever seen. I don't think I've ever been truly floored as I have for that performance. Honestly, like, wow. Absolutely amazing. If you ever get a chance to see Being as an Ocean and understand the hype about them, just go and see them live. You'll understand. I didn't pick up any merch because there wasn't anything shirt-wise that I was really captivated by. And they only had the new album and I was running out of money, basically. So I just decided to leave it. I will pick up something to get in my collection because I am after a couple of their albums. I wasn't so keen on Self-Titled, but I might give that another spin, see if it's changed. But yeah, honestly, check out Being as an Ocean if you haven't already. They are massive, and they're only going to get more massive with a performance like that. Absolutely amazing. So if you're into melodic hardcore, definitely check them out. And then obviously, the main band of the night was Stick to Your Guns. This is my second time seeing them, and this time was a headline set. I might as well point out also they had to cut the set a little bit shorter because the vocalist was suffering from a throat infection, so they had to cut a couple of songs out, unfortunately. But unfortunately, that's how it was. But nonetheless, their set was tremendous. Once again, Stick to Your Guns brought their A game, you could say. Like the last time I saw them with which was opening for Architects, it was a good performance, very, very good performance, but this one was the bee's knees. I was right at the front for Being as an Ocean, Silent Planet, and Stick to Your Guns. For First Blood, I was a little bit further back, but yeah, right at the front for all 3 of the bands, but Stick to Your Guns were as energetic as ever. Really powerful performance, and definitely one of the big, well, how should I say this, one of the greatest melodic hardcore bands going at the moment. Their performance was powerful as hell, hard-hitting, heavy in some points, but still very passionate. I've always loved, I can't remember the name, but the singer's vocals. He's got a really good set of lungs behind him. Very powerful hardcore screams that are just filled with emotion. And then the cleans are, in my opinion, something quite unique, in my opinion. They just sound so clean and crisp and just filled with so much emotion and passion behind them. It's absolutely amazing. And yeah, Stick to Your Guns are just one of one of the best live performances I've seen in the whole hardcore world. So if you ever get a chance to see Stick to Your Guns, make sure you check them out, especially on this tour. I mean, it might be ended by the time I do this video. I can't remember the entire dates. I don't memorise that shit. But if you ever get a chance to see Stick to Your Guns, make sure you do so, because this performance was beautiful and just amazing. For him having a throat infection, you wouldn't have actually been able to tell, because it was just that good, you know what I mean? So, yeah, absolutely amazing tour package. Easily a 10 out of 10 lineup, and a definitely a 10 out of 10 show and rating, if you ask me. My girlfriend gave it a 9 out of 10, but she just wasn't a massive fan of First Blood, but that's just her opinion. But my opinion stands at 10 out of 10. One of the best gigs I've been to this year, and that's bar none, really. So, for the merch, I did pick up a CD of Stick to Your Guns, but I'll get that in a bit. But yeah, I've got 4 CDs to showcase. First one is First Blood's new album called Rules. Yeah, this is an absolutely amazing album. If you haven't checked it out already, I'm going to pull that download code out, because I might give it to one of my mates if he's interested. But yeah, this album is really solid. If you're into hardcore, definitely check it out. I picked this up just after First Blood's, I think it was after First Blood set. I could be wrong, I might have been after Silent Planet, but I met the singer and bought it directly from him, and as you can see, he signed it for us, which I was really, really happy about. I always try and get things signed, especially when I see the band members like, yeah, can you sign it? So, yeah, I'm really happy to have this album. I have to give it another listen. I've only listened to it, I think, about 2 times, maybe, but I can't remember what it's like off the top of my head, but I know it's a really good album, so check that out if you haven't already. First Blood with Rules. Next up, I got a couple of Silent Planet albums, as I said. I got I believe this is their debut album, which is called The Night God Slept. I believe that's what it's called. Yeah, The Night God Slept. Yeah, really solid album. This is the album I was on about that's got the song Native Blood on it. Easily my favourite song. I'm going to take the lyric book out so I can show you, because you might be able to see. I'm going to move a little bit forward now. Yeah, like that. Yeah, as you can see, got it signed by the singer and bassist, you know, clean vocalist. At the merch table, they were very, very thankful that I picked up the albums. So yeah, really happy to have that. Really happy to have this in my collection finally. It's a really solid album. And then I also picked up their latest album, which came out last year, which is called, what's it called? Everything Was Sound. I believe that's what it's called. Everything Was Sound, Silent Planet. I think that's what it's called. I could be wrong on that, but I think that's what it's called. But yeah, I got their latest album. Yeah, I gave this a listen as soon as I got back from Manchester, and it's clicked with us. It's absolutely amazing. Definitely a great album to listen to, and as you can see, got it signed by the guys again. So I've got 2 signed CDs from Silent Planet. But yeah, I have to say though, the Silent Planet boys, they were such nice dudes. They were very appreciative, because I went up to them and I was like, can I have 2 of those and 2 of those, because my girlfriend was getting a couple of CDs as well, the 2 albums, and she was like, the guys were like, I don't think anyone's ever bought 2 of each, and I was like, oh, it's for my girlfriend, and asked our names and had a bit of a chat with us. They were really awesome dudes, very appreciative and very informative about the new album and stuff, so I was really happy that they were that open with us, so it's nice to see that, and they were very appreciative. So props to the Stick to Your Good Silent Planet lads for selling us those albums. And then my girlfriend picked up a shirt of Being as an Ocean at the gig, but I ended up spending a tenner that she had, which we were going to use to get pizza, but I ended up getting more cash out, but I accidentally spent her tenner to pick up a CD of Stick to Your Guns, which is their previous album called Disobedient. Yeah, I had to pick this up because I've seen this in HMV quite a few times, and they had the standard version for $9.99, and I believe $12.99 or $13.99 for the deluxe version. And I looked on the table and saw it, and I went over and had a look, and it was indeed, if you can see, the deluxe edition with the 3 bonus tracks, which are indeed how dark have I gone? Right. Which are indeed my favourite songs on this album. Like, I love the songs Nobody, what choice did you give us? My favourite song has to be The Crown. But if I had to choose between The Crown and the acoustic one every day of the week. Absolutely amazing. But yeah, this album is absolutely amazing. Make sure you check it out. In my opinion, the new album is absolutely fantastic. I do want to pick that up at some point. But yeah, it also comes with, if I can get it out, a couple of stickers of Sumerian Records. And then a sticker of the artwork, which I'm really happy about. I love Sumerian Records because they always put stickers in the album artwork. So yeah, make sure you check out Disobedient by Stick to Your Guns. Absolutely amazing album. But yeah, absolutely amazing performances from all bands. Some cool CDs to add to the collection. I'm really happy to own those. So yeah, if you haven't checked out any of the bands, I'll leave some links down below where you can check them out. I'll leave some, like, maybe a couple of songs or something like that down below. But yeah, and I also want to give props to me, babe, Lauren. I love you loads, babe. This has been an absolute experience going to this gig with you. And I can't wait for more in the upcoming future. I think we're planning to go to Miss May I in, I believe it's January or February. I think it's January. They're playing with Fit for a King, Void of Vision, and Currents in Manchester. So I think we're going to be going to that. So I always look forward to these trips. So love you loads, babe. But anyway, to the lot of yous, I'll see you until the next video. And remember, stay metal, and I'll see you later.